Yo, what is good, everyone? It's your boy CJ the Dunn, and you cannot say CJ without putting that Dunn in it. And this is the Off the Wall podcast, where off the wall topics and questions are being asked and answered. And check your motherfucking feelings at the door. Now, before we get started, I'd like to give an honor to God. If it wasn't for God, we would not be here at all. Second, I would like to I'd like to shout out to the people that's in the United States, Germany, Malta, India, Poland, Ireland, Canada, Australia, South Africa, Nigeria, United Kingdom, Brazil, Morocco, Mexico, Ukraine, Ecuador, Norway, and Spain. Shout out to all of y'all. I appreciate all the love. I hope all of y'all are doing well. I pray that those that do have families, I pray that you're safe. Those that don't have family, I pray that you're still safe. I pray that y'all are living y'all life and not caring what other people have to say. I ain't gonna lie, y'all, before I get started, I want to do a toast just for everybody, because we never know what's going on in people's lives, and I want to make sure y'all feel the love and make sure y'all are wanted, because I know what it's like not to be wanted. I know what it's like to be overlooked. I know what it's like to, you know what I'm saying, not being a part of something, basically, not fitting in everybody's crowd. So we're gonna make a toast. We got some 818 Blanco. It's tequila. I don't like tequila, y'all, but it was my cousin's birthday this weekend. Ooh, that sound like ooh. It was her birthday this weekend, so I was chilling with my cousins this weekend. I got some tequila, but tequila, alright. It ain't the best drink. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Ooh, that was a little bit too much. I ain't gonna cap. Oh man, I don't got no chaser. But this is for everybody that's paying attention to the podcast. Oh, and shout out to Bliss. Shout out to my boy Brand Chapel. I ain't gonna lie, brown is becoming like my favorite color. I'm not gonna lie. Brown is becoming my favorite color. But shout out to Bliss. Let's make a toast to everyone that's listening, about to tune in. May the best life be the rest of our life, okay? And abundance in our pockets, and abundance and peace, abundant prosperity and love. Yo, tequila is ass. It's not bad, but that shit ass. I want to talk to y'all about just how I've been feeling lately. On a scale of 1 to 10, how I've been feeling. I've been having like my off and on days. We all have those. I've been like an 8. The reason why I say I'm an 8 is because I be in my head a lot. I be thinking about so much. Mainly it's just being there for my son. Like, my greatest fear is failing my son and not being there. Like, every game that my son has, I'm going to be at every game. I want to be attentive to my son and make sure I'm there for my son mentally, you know what I'm saying? Like, because everybody has their own battles. And I know for me, my battles is in my mind most of the time. And I think of, like, when I tell you I think about my son so much, like, I literally can't go a day without talking to my son. I can't. I've done it before and I still feel bad. At times, like, man, I could have picked up whatever, I think about stuff like that a lot. But my biggest thing is just being there for my son. That's what I think about the most, is being there for my son and not messing up, being prepared for the right opportunity when the right opportunity comes, not being afraid of the opportunity, but knowing it's from God. And I think about where I want to go in life and where I'm going. I think about that a lot. Yeah, that's why I say I'm an 8. It's not as bad how it used to be, because I used to think about so much. I used to create scenarios probably like every 3 minutes. Just like, man, what'll happen if I did this wrong? Okay, what if this happened to my son or whatever? I think a lot just about any and everything. I feel like that's just every parent's fear, just failing your children or failing your daughter or your son, or not being well. I feel like if you raised the right way, your fear is just not losing your child. That's like one of my biggest fears, is not losing my child. So I know I gotta make the right decisions and be smart, because it's not about me no more. It's not about me. But yeah, I've been an 8. What song describes my mental state right now? I would probably say I'll say Young and Free by K Count. Yeah, Young and Free. The reason I say Young and Free by K Count is because I am young and I do have a lot of access to do what I want to do. But at the same time, like I said, I think about a lot. But I'm so grateful, and I was thanking God today. I'm so grateful that I'm able to have my own place and not worry about roommates. I'm so grateful to have a car, because I was catching a train, catching a bus, catching rides from other people. And like I said, I was feeling people's energy when it's like, man, I don't want CJ, to get a ride, or man, when he gonna get on his shit, stuff like that. And I was like, dang, God, everything I prayed for and everything I asked, I got it now. Like, I'm comfortable, but I'm not comfortable as far as money wise, because I know that it's still money to be made, and it's still other things to do as far as adding revenue, adding assets. Y'all, wherever you at in life, man, be grateful for where you at, because I promise you, everything got its own timing. I was listening to Bishop Dale Bronner. It was like he was talking about divine timing. If it's meant, everything is gonna work out. If it's not, then it ain't your timing. And what I learned for this past couple of weeks, I think every viewer that is listening, or that's tuning in, I appreciate all the views, and I have to sit back and realize it's probably not my time right now, because I think about like, man, I be saying some real stuff, or I feel like I have quality content, but nobody's really paying attention. And it's crazy. Like, God be speaking to me in so many ways, like YouTube, through other people, billboards or whatever. And this popped up on YouTube. The message from Bishop Dale Bronner was divine timing. And I was like, dang, okay, all right, thank you, God. I needed that, because I know that your timing is way better than mine. And I may think that my plan is going to work out, but what's best for me. And I thank God that I started to open my eyes. I thank God for allowing me to be 24 last year. Now I'm 25. 24, 24 was one of the best years of my life. if I'm being real. 24 opened my eyes to so much, like, man, being a man, like becoming a man and being there for my son. Because I be seeing so many things as far as like how fathers are not there for their son or their daughters. And then I'll be like, man, hell no. Like, my son won't ever have to worry about me missing a game or me not talking to him or I'm not there for him, you know, mentally and stuff like that. You know, I'm grateful. I'm for real. I'm really grateful because a lot of people don't get what they want. Sometimes they have to settle with what they have, you know. But I'm grateful. I'm literally grateful. I learned some crazy stuff. Like, when I say I thank God for 24, and I also thank God that I'm 25, because a lot of people didn't make it to see 25, but we all did. So that's a big shout out to God, and knowing that we got a calling on our life, knowing that we got to impact somebody. Whatever we go through, that means we got to tell the next person, you know. But I realized, I had a conversation the other day. Shout out to my girl Shamaya. I love Shamaya. I love Shamaya so much. I had a conversation with her the other day. Just basically saying, we were just talking about like where we at in life and knowing that we not the main character in everybody's life, because somebody got something going on in their life, you know. And shout out to Nas, because we was talking about it as well. It's like, you know, you may be going through something, but the person could be going through something way worse than what you were going through. And then it just made me at ease. Like, damn, I ain't realize it. Because at first I was feeling some type of way when I wasn't getting the love on my videos as I would before. And me and Nas were talking, and he was like, bro, you know, everybody got their own lives. Everybody got something going on in their life. And y'all, when I tell y'all, like, I felt like so much weight come off my shoulders. It was crazy. It was like a sigh of relief. Like dang, CJ, it's really not all about you, bro. Like, you got your son. It's not about you no more. Like, it's about you and your world, but bro, everybody else got their own world. Somebody probably got it way worse than me right now. And it just made me think of everything differently. I promise y'all, this was like last week. It made me think of everything differently. Like, look at everything on both sides of the spectrum. For an example, I got into it with a guy at the company that I'm working at. It's been 3 months. Y'all like, damn, CJ, you always going off on somebody. You always doing some shit, bro. I promise y'all, I don't bother nobody at work. It's only 3 people that I rock with and I talk to, but we don't talk every day. We just say, what's up? Hey, how's it going? How many stops you got left? Then cool. But I seen this guy, not gonna say his name, and y'all can look at certain people and you can tell what type of timing they on, what energy they on. And I was looking at him and I was like, Lord, keep me away from him. You know, I rebuke him behind the spirits, or the spirit that he has, that he's trying to project on other people. Not saying he was, but I said, Lord, just keep it away from me. Lord, my favorite thing to say is, Lord, give me the power and the strength to move like a dove in the wind. So I seen him plenty of times and he always looked angry, and I could see him talking to himself. So I'm like, okay, maybe he's schizophrenic, you know? And I needed him for a charger, because my GPS system was messing up. And my boss was like, hey, call him and then y'all meet up somewhere and you'll get the charger. So I said, okay, bet. I appreciate it. And yeah, when I tell you I've grown from the age of 20 all the way to 25, I've grown. Past couple of years, y'all, I would have been ready to fight. I would have been, stole off on this man, but like I said, it's not about me. So I call him. He didn't pick up. I called him again. He didn't pick up again. So I'm like, okay, maybe his phone died. Now, mind you, I had that conversation with Shamaya and Nas. Like, it's not about you. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their own life. Everybody is their main character in their world. So I'm like, yeah, when I tell you, when you realize it and you look at it like that, everything is going to make sense. Everything is going to make sense. When you realize everything is not about you, everything going to make sense. You're going to stop putting yourself before everybody. You, of course, like in your world, you're going to put yourself first, but some people have needs and God needs you to help them get out of that. So I was like, okay, maybe, he got something going on. He doing something. So I get to the destination and I said, hey, I'm here at racetrack. I don't see your truck. I don't see your car. He responded, he said, I thought I told you to come here. And I just looked at the phone. I said, hey, sir, don't talk to me like that. I said, I'm not your child. Don't talk to me like that. He said, well, I said what I said, just like that. He said, well, I said what I said. I thought I told you to meet me at this location. Y'all. I went from 0 to 100. I said, motherfucker, I don't know who the fuck you talking to, but you better chill your motherfucking ass out. And y'all, he said it again. He said it like, I ain't gonna lie, he stood on business. He said, I said what I said. Where are you? So I said, you know what, motherfucker? I was going off like, I was going off. I was like this. Like, I went Southwest on this nigga. I said, motherfucker, keep that same motherfucking energy when I get back to the fucking office. And when I see you, you better have that same energy. And I said, we gonna have a problem. So I called my boss. I said, boss, I said, what the fuck is up with dude right here? He said, I don't know, man. He got things to do, he was saying it like what I was talking to Nas and Shemai. It's like, people, got stuff going on. We all getting busy. I said, but that don't mean you talk to me like you crazy, like I'm his son. I said, bro, I ain't his son. Y'all, I'm cussing my boss out. Yo, I'm so serious. I'm cussing my boss out. I'm like, this motherfucker got me fucked up. I don't know who the fuck he think he is, but it's okay. When I see him, it's on, right? But I ain't say it was on, but I was like, I don't know who the fuck this motherfucker think he is, but I ain't that motherfucker. I ain't that motherfucker. Like, I felt Southwest coming out of me. So I hung up, not on my boss. He was like, hey man, just and my boss, bro, he is so understanding. Hey, dude, it is crazy. He was so understanding. He was like, hey man, just let me see if I sent you the right address, and I'll just send you the address. And I was like, okay, I appreciate it, right? So he ended up sending me the wrong address. So it was kind of on my boss. It was on my boss. It was his fault. And he sent me the address, so I ended up meeting up, but he wasn't there. So I was like, hey, should I just go back to the office? He was like, nah, how many stops you got left? I'm like, 6. He's like, nah, don't even worry about it. Just finish those and then just come back to the office. I'm like, okay, bet. So now, mind y'all, I just went off on my boss. Like, yeah, but listen, certain people don't do that. I ain't saying I'm that one, but I went off on my boss because it was like how he was talking to me. And a guy came up to me, word got out, and he was like, hey man, bro, you can't do that. And I said, bro, you know what's crazy? I don't even feel no type of way no more. Because when I went off on him, I was like, bro, I started talking to God as I was driving. I said, Lord, He was wrong because he came at me wrong. And I just wanted to see, like, hey, am I at the right spot? I don't see your truck. And he said, I thought I told you. Like, y'all, I can't explain it. I can't explain it. It was like your dad or your parent telling you, like, hey, I thought I told you to take out the trash. It was just like that. It's like, hey, I just laughed because I just thought about something. It's like when Keon told Sean, was like, Sean, I thought I told you to take out the trash. Y'all ain't gonna understand that. Only the people that know about it is gonna understand that. Shout out to Sean and Keon. That was funny. But he said it like that, like, I thought I told you. And so I'm like, God, I'm tripping. I'm tripping. I gotta be tripping. And he was like, no, I thought I told you. I went off. Like, I promise you, I caught myself doing this. Like, and I'm at the gas station like this, and people driving by. I'm going off. So I was so hot. You know what I'm saying? I said, bro, when I get there, I gotta talk to him. So a guy came up to me, he said, hey man, that's just how he is. And I said, why does he talk to people like that? Cause y'all, when I tell y'all, I only talk to a few people. I just say, hey, how's it going? And I go about my day. I say what's up to my boss, go about my day. He was like, man, that's just how he is. Don't hold it against him. And I was just like, okay, you know, well, I'm apologize to him, because after I started talking to God, bro, like 30 minutes later, I was like, I'm gonna apologize to him. I don't feel no type of way now. I just felt like I just needed to talk to God, and then cool, I'm, you know, going about my day. And the guy was talking to me, he said, you can't do that because you scared him. And y'all, I promise you, I didn't see him for 2 days. And I said, bro, Lord, I apologize. I wasn't trying to do that, but he was just talking to me like in a very disrespectful manner. Like, he could have been like, oh man, Mr. So-and-so could have sent you the wrong location. This is the location, right? I was expecting something to where we could be cooperative, but it just took a turn, and I understood, like, and now I understand everybody got their own thing going on. And I knew that before going into that situation. I was like, man, people got their own stuff going on. So I realized that before I called him. But I could see myself telling him something because of just like how he is. And I was talking to my uncle, and I was like, Uncle, I went off on him. I cussed him out. He was like, Junior, I guarantee you not the only person that see that. And I said, Uncle, it's crazy because somebody else just told me that. He said, see, Junior, I told you. You're not the only one. You're not the only person that know he's like that. He said, you just gotta pray. You gotta pray for him and just pray against that spirit. You know, it's not him, it's a spirit. So I was like, yes, sir. You know, I appreciate it, whatever. So we ended up getting off the phone, and like the next couple of days, I was like, yeah, I need to go to the therapy. I need to go to a therapist. I need therapy, because I have hidden anger. Is mostly from my childhood and me being overlooked. But it's not that situation. You know, I haven't went off on nobody in a while. Like, yeah, I'm talking about like years. It's been 2 years since I went off on somebody like that, you know. And I was like, yeah, I need therapy. And I was telling my cousins yesterday, I said, y'all, I got so much trauma that I see it coming in my life to where I need to heal from it. And I told him, I need to cry. Y'all, I haven't cried since my granny passing. And it's been 2 years. Like, I really need to cry. Like, I got so much built up inside of me. It's mainly because of the support. You know, I'm getting support from people that I never knew instead of the people that I knew, it all ties back into just being overlooked. And overlooked plays a big part in my life as well. Like it's like no matter how much quality content I put out, I still feel like I'm being overlooked. And then I came across a divine, timing. So I was like, okay, God, yeah, it's maybe not my time. But I would tell every man, every woman that's listening to this podcast, especially men, we got so much stuff bottled up in our head and in our mind. We got so much anger that we haven't let out. I'm not saying towards the wrong person, but we just haven't let it out. I haven't let the anger out because I'll be lying to y'all if I didn't tell y'all I still feel some type of way of how I got treated. And I'm slowly but surely letting everything go. It's everything has its course. Everything has its timing. And I have been, bro, when I tell you, I ain't saying I've been through the worst, but I've been through a lot to where my trust issues have gotten so bad to where I don't trust people. And I know that's a trauma, and I know it's a trigger. It's like my triggers is if someone, now where I'm at, if someone asks me too many questions within like 30 seconds, I'm going to feel like they up to something. I'm going to feel like they up to something. And I know it's just a trauma. I know, I was telling my cousin yesterday, I said, I know I'm diagnosed with, I know I got some type of diagnosis. I know it's something. I know it's something that's making me or getting me triggered. I know it is. And yeah, I was just telling myself, I told my mom, I told my uncle, I told my cousins, like, I know I need therapy. I do. Because my biggest fear is just letting my anger out towards the wrong person. It's just like, man, bro, CJ had it, bro. And he just messed it up. I don't want that. I don't want that for myself, and I definitely don't want that for my son. Because it's like, that'll be another cycle. It's like, oh, well, your dad was in your life, but then he did something stupid. That's why I say, like, I know I need therapy. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, this is like my therapy, because I'm more real with myself now than I was 2 years ago. 23, I wasn't real with myself. 24, I started being real. Then 25, I'm more realer. Like, Future, I'm more realer. Like, I know I need therapy. And me and Will have been lied to certain young women that don't have the right guidance to where it's like, if we express ourselves, we looked at as less than a man, or we looked at as a bitch, and it's fucked up because it shouldn't be that way, but that's just how it is. But as a man, I know I need therapy. Because I know my dad not being there plays a big factor in my life. It's like I run to my mom sometimes more than I run to my dad. And I got a little upset the other day, but I wasn't pissed. I was just like a little upset. I was just in my head. And it's like, bro, I talk to my uncle more than I talk to my dad. Y'all, like, that's real shit. I talk to my uncles, my cousins more than I talk to my dad. And my dad hit me up yesterday, and I didn't pick up the phone. I really didn't. I didn't pick up the phone. One, because I forgot. But then it's like, what are we going to talk about? Are we going to talk about, how much you love me? Yeah, this finna get deep. Just talk about how much you love me, and then how much you there for us, or you there for me, and you'll do above and beyond. But it's like you're not there. And like I be wanting to talk to my dad about like what be going on in my head, because I know my thoughts. I know the thoughts that I be thinking are not my thoughts. That's why I say I need therapy. And I remember one time I told my dad, this is real shit, it's like 2019. Yeah, it's like 2019. And I said, Dad, what do you do if you have depression? He said, son, I'm gonna be real, I don't know, I never had it. And I was expecting like, son, what are you depressed about? All right, where we need to start? I didn't get that. It went from he's saying that he never had depression, he don't know what it's like, and he started talking about himself. The whole conversation was like 30 minutes. So I was like, I appreciated that, that means a lot, I know what to do now. My dad said a little bit of nothing. Y'all, I'm being so real. A lot of men not gonna be honest, like they're not gonna tell you the truth, but I am. A lot of my traumas come from my dad, come from not being supported, come from not checking up on you or checking up on me. That's why I think so much about my son, because it's like, bro, I can't fuck up. Because if I do, bro, there it is, another generational curse. And I rebuke that. I am a certified curse breaker. I am not I will not be what is it? I will not be a victim of my success. I won't. I know I'm gonna be there for my son regardless of what it is. I don't care how far his game is. I don't care if it's in Wyoming, Idaho, New Hampshire. I'm there. On time. I leave, whenever he leave, he get on the bus, whatever. I'm there every step of the way. And it's crazy like how my uncles and my cousins are there for me, but my own dad. It's a motivation at times, but at the same time, I can be demotivated. I can be unmotivated. And I don't think demotivated is a word, but I just made it a word. I just made demotivated a word. I'm gonna copyright that shit. Don't none of y'all take my shit. Demotivated. But I can be unmotivated at times because it's like, man, I run to everybody else but my dad. I have more honest conversations with my mom than my dad. And that shit is not fucking normal. It shouldn't be normal, but it is normal to a lot of people. And I can see why people go do certain shit. Like if the father's not in the household, then a woman is more likely going to do a lot of shit that a 2-parent household wouldn't allow their daughter to do, as far as dressing with their ass out or shit like that. And which I understand, because that young lady is wanting to be loved by a man, but that man that she want to be loved by is not there, or got pushed out of the house because the mom lied about something, And that's why I say I need therapy, because I know where I'm going in life. I see it all the time, and I don't want to. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. The Lord God rebuked that and bind that from my life, and I declare and decree it. It's done in Jesus' name. But yeah, like I ain't gonna lie, like, this is like my therapy though. Like, if I'm being real with y'all, this is like my therapy. I need this. Besides, like, talking to y'all, God is like my therapy for sure. And then this is like my second therapy. I am last year I wasn't in a great headspace. Now I am in a much better headspace, but that's why I say I'm an 8 as far as how I've been feeling lately. But I've been seeing myself progress and towards the right path. Because at first, bro, I used to create so many scenarios about just bullshit, and it wasn't my thoughts. I'm like, yeah, I need to go to therapy. But I'm just not finna go to therapy just because. It needs to be like the right person that needs to be sent from God. Either I walk into that person, or that person run into me. You know what I'm saying? I don't want it to where I'm just, all right, I'm here for therapy. And they're here for the money. Like, nah, hell no. I'm not for it. I'm not for that shit at all. Because that means you're not really listening. You know. Everything is not about y'all. You know, everybody got their own lives. Everybody got something going on to where they're not going to tell you. Me, I'm honest now with myself. I've been having certain triggers for 7 years, and I used to avoid that shit. But now it's like, bro, I can't avoid it, because I keep seeing that shit. Like, I keep seeing certain triggers. It's like, dog, I need to go to therapy. I know I do. I know I do. Yeah. And I was telling my uncle, like, Uncle, I got this, you have these scenarios in my head. And I told him what the scenario was, and he was like, Junior, you're not the only person. So I'm like, it was another, like, sigh of relief, like, bruh, okay. I thought I was tripping. I thought it was just only me. Because my thoughts, or the thoughts that be entering my head, don't really be my thoughts. And I just elaborate on the scenario. Like, if a person was to come up to me and try to, like, hurt my sons, like, my mind go left. And so the devil started adding confusion and started making me act on that. Started making me act on, like, the scenario. And the scenario don't be real. It's just like the devil just like, oh, I got him. You know, it be like that. I want to talk about another topic. I feel like that was probably like some real shit. Y'all gotta just go back and listen to it. But man, it's okay to vent. It's okay to get therapy, because over the years we have been taught that it is a bitch made trait to vent to people, and especially vent to women. And I feel like it can have its con on venting to women. I feel like if that woman is not like a God-fearing lady, and she doesn't have a mature mindset, then it's going to be looked as he's less than a man. You know, I think men have more mental health issues than women. I'm not saying that's a fact. I said I think, but I think it is, because men kill themselves. It's more suicide. It's more men committing suicide than it is women. You know, ladies, if you have trauma, or fellas, you have trauma, and I know ladies have a lot of trauma. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I feel like childhood trauma is probably like the most common thing, cause bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro, I done heard some shit, bro. I ain't even gonna lie, cause I be thinking like I have it bad, but like listen to other people's stories that's allowing you to tell them, like they're opening up to you and they telling you their traumas, bro. You'll be like, oh, okay, I ain't really have it that bad, but I had it bad, but damn, you know. Yeah, if you got traumas and you all in your head about certain things or about a lot of things, go get therapy. Or talk to someone that you know that you can trust. To where y'all had multiple conversations about your traumas. Someone that is honest and that'll listen to you. Because some people would just want to talk. You need somebody that listen. Now, not everybody that listen to you has your best interest. Find someone that has your best interest. That's God-fearing, first and foremost, have your best interest, and that'll listen and help you get to where you want to be. Because right now, I told myself, as long as I'm getting better every day at 1%, I'll be good. And yeah, I've been getting better. I've been getting better, but I feel like in order for us to get ready for the next level or relationship or money opportunity or whatever God has for us, we have to go get therapy. This is just for all men and women of all ethnicities, because it's a lot of shit that we keep inside, and one day it can explode and we can mess up our opportunity, or we can mess up our future, or mess up our child's life or our children's life because of one small situation. It only takes 30 seconds, you know. I feel like men and women, I was thinking about something the other day. I was like, man, what if they made it mandatory in the world for everybody to get therapy? I feel like it would be good, but forcing people to go get therapy won't be good. But I honestly feel like everyone that's listening, about to tune in, we should go get therapy, because there's something inside of us to where we're not happy or satisfied about, or there's certain situations that we don't allow ourselves to think on anymore, because if we think about it, it's going to break us down. It's going to make us cry. It's going to put you back in a mental state to where you don't want to be. And that'll be a cycle to where it pass on down to your children and their children and their children. And that's why I say I want to go get therapy. And I'm about to soon. I'm just waiting on God to send me the right person, man or woman, that's a woman of God and have my best interest, that's going to help me get to where I need to be as far as my mental capacity, and I am clearing shames again. And like I said, I've been building myself up. So right now I'm like at a 50%. Because a couple weeks ago I was lower than that. So I feel myself getting better every day, 1%. Tomorrow, for sure, I'm going to be at 51. Like I said, a lot of people not going to be open about their mental health or their traumas. But it's only so long we can run from our past. And I pray that we all get the right help that we deserve and we need, because it's always going to make us better as a human being, God-fearing man or woman, as a mother or father, auntie, daughter, sister. You know, it's going to make us better. That way, whenever God sends you someone that's not like looking for a relationship, where they just need help, you can help them. You can tell them, hey, this is what I went through. Some people just want to hear you talk, you know. Some people need an ear to listen. It's because it's gonna take a burden off them. It's like, where have you been all my life? Where have you been all my life? Where I wish I would have ran into you years ago, you know? But to all the men and women, if you hold on like past relationships and past traumas, go get help as soon as you can before you run into the wrong person and y'all crash out together. You know, because when you never know, people could be at their breaking point. It's just, all it just takes is just one person. All it takes is one person. All it takes. And remember, you're not the only person that's going through what you're going through. Some people just have it harder, way worse than you. That's why I said I thank God for 24 over my eyes. I really thought like, man, I got it hit hard. No, I don't. I feel like a homeless person really got it hard. A single mother, knowing that the father's around helping the next mom out with her 7 children instead of helping his firstborn daughter or son. That's a trauma, bro. Real shit. That's a trauma. Yeah, she could be now reliving another generational curse to where she got two traumas. Her father wasn't there for her, but you was a great guy in the beginning. But then you got another woman pregnant, but you love that woman more than you love the woman that you was talking to. So now you left her. So now she's dealing with some shit. You know? All I can tell y'all is just, you know, get help. Because there's a lot of shit that men, we don't talk about. Like I said, I'm being honest and I'm being real. You know, a lot of my traumas come from childhood. Just being overlooked and not having my dad there, but my uncles are there more than my dad. My dad went to someone else's son football game instead of mine. You know, but he pulled up to one game, supporting, acting like he been there. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot. But it's a lot. But I hold it in well, you know. But I told myself I can't keep doing that. And I remember I had a conversation with my dad before, and I was like, Dad, you're not there for us. And he got mad. And I was like, yeah, Dad, you're not there for us. And he was like, well, son, you can't speak for them. I said, nah, Dad, I'm not speaking for them. We all feel the same. And I could see his temper flaring, so I was like, I'm going to just go inside. Dad, I still love you, but we don't care about the money. We want the time. When I tell you that's like my biggest thing with my son, like that's what I think about. Like, dude, I need to be there for him, because I know it's like not having your dad. He's there, but he's not there. And I renounce and denounce like me being there but not actually there for my son. Hell no, that's not happening. I don't give a fuck. I don't care who his mama talk to. As long as that man love children and he's a God-fearing man first and he love children, I'm good. But I'm gonna always be there for my son. I don't care how far he is. If it's game in Wyoming or he got track meet, whatever, I don't care how far it is, I'm there. Man, first flight, I'm there. I ain't playing around. And I'm not going to allow what my traumas to affect me or to stop me from being in my son's life. I'm not going to allow what my dad done to me or my siblings to stop me from being there for my son. And it's crazy because my siblings, they told me, they was like, Junior, you like a dad. Everybody call me Junior because I'm a junior, Clarence B. James Jr. It's like, yeah, Junior, you like a dad to us. It's like, damn. They look at their brother as a dad instead of their own dad, you know. And I'm gonna be real, you know. I wish my papa was here, because my papa was here. My papa was there more than my dad has ever been, like real stuff. If my papa was here, man, he'll be here with me right now. He'll be sitting down, just chilling. He'll be here with my son. We'll just be chilling. And that's what I want to be. Like, my papa was like, bro, I can't even explain it. Like, he was there for everybody. He was there for everybody, but like, I love me some papa. I love me some papa, and he loved me. Oh man, if you would see my son, dude, he would go crazy. My mama said if my dad was here right now, when she talking about her dad, she said that my mom wouldn't see my papa. She said, I be trying to see y'all, but my papa is already here chilling. That's like my biggest motivation. That's one of just like, I want to be the man that my papa was to my mom and my auntie and my uncle, to my son and my siblings. And my uncle told me the other day, he said, Junior, I don't know if you noticed this, but bro, he didn't say bro, he was like, but Junior, my son and the girls look up to you. Everybody in the family, them little kids, they look up to you. And he told me that before, but it hit different when he told me again. He said, Junior, you understand? My boy look up to you. And I'm like, dang. Okay. I need to do something different, you know. I just need to make sure that I'm on the right track. I can't mess up. That's my biggest thing, just not messing up. Like, severely, like doing something stupid. Well, of course, we're going to have mistakes. I'm cool with a mistake. But like, messing up bad, like that's what I said. I would not be a victim of my success. It's like, oh, dang, man. CJ had it, bro. He had the podcast. Before his podcast, bro, he had his son, bro. He had stuff going on in his podcast. But CJ was at the wrong place at the wrong time. And then this happened. Or CJ didn't ever smoke weed, but he smoked the wrong weed and he got high and died. No, that's not going to ever happen. I rebuke and bind that. I declare and decree that won't ever happen. It won't happen. It won't happen. I promise you it won't happen. But yeah, my papa, my cousin Keenan, I want to be just like him. Like, my papa was there for me. I promise you my papa was there for me. And it's like my uncles, and it's so crazy. Like, I never thought it would be like this, but I can't say I never thought, because when you're a child, you just in the moment, you got your parents there. But I didn't know that there's men out here that take care of other people, children, instead of their own, but act like they're there. Yeah, I don't know how real I'm gonna get with y'all. I promise you, I don't know how real I'm gonna get. My papa was like a superhero to me, and he inspired me to be. It's not my papa, God, but it's like I seen my papa. He was there for me. Like, when I got in trouble, I got suspended at school because I got into a fight, bro. My papa took me out to eat, My papa took me out to eat. He took me to the store right after, and then I watched TV. Bro, my papa didn't trip. Bro. I got suspended at David O'Dide so many times. If y'all know what David O'Dide is, it's a school in Little Rock. But bro, I got suspended so many times at David O'Dide, it don't make no sense. I remember one day I was on a 10-day suspension, bro. My papa, who was in there watching Bonanza, Gunsmoke, I love it. Like, I'm talking about, we just in that mud chilling. And he ain't ever whooped me. He ain't ever, bro. He'll make some breakfast. I ain't gonna lie, my papa used to make the best breakfast. My granny did too, for sure. But I guess it hit different because my papa loved me and I love my papa. You know what I'm saying? It was like my papa was like my dad. And it's like my cousin Keenan was like my brother. And I either go to my papa house or I go to my cousin Keenan house. And it would just be back to back. So if I leave football practice, I either go to my papa house. If I ain't at my papa house, I'm at my uncle house. If I ain't at my uncle house, I'm at my cousin house. It's just those three in rotation. Just like that. And shout out to my cousin Darius, because he's there for me for sure. That's my dog for sure. But yeah, man, like, my papa used to make just eggs with sausage with the bread. I ain't gonna lie, that hit different. I ain't gonna lie. Everybody from the South, y'all know that eggs and sausage, you know what I'm saying? You mix it up and you make a sandwich, bro, that hit different, bro. That's your breakfast right there. Add a little orange juice, or you can do milk, or you can do syrup with it. Put syrup in there. Throw it like a sausage patty or a hash brown. Y'all, it hit different. I ain't gonna lie, that breakfast hit different. Yeah, like, seeing how my papa was there for me. Like, even when I got in trouble, he didn't hit me, he didn't whoop me. He just taught me, just like, Junior, you can't be doing that. And when he died, man, I cried, bro. I cried. Dude, I cried. I cried at his funeral. It hurt. It hurt so bad. It still do. That's why, like, I'm gonna be there for my son, because my papa was there for me. Like, my papa was there for me. My cousin was there for me. My uncles are there for me. They're here for me. My uncles, my cousins, they're here for me. And I appreciate it. And I had this thing in my head for the longest. Like, damn, I ain't a good dad. I had this, bro, I ain't gonna lie. It took me 3 years. Grayson is 4. It took me 3 years to get over that. I ain't at a place to where I want to tell y'all just yet, but it's not bad, but it hunted me for a while. That's why I say I need to cry. I know I need to cry. I ain't saying I'm finna force myself, because I'm not a type of person that I force myself to cry. But my uncle told me, and my cousins told me, like, Junior, they told me the other day, they was like, Junior, I'm so proud of you. Like, because my cousin seen what I went through last year. And, they did like, Junior, I'm so proud of you. And they like fake cried or whatever. They gave me a hug. And I was like, man, that feels good. They was like, you a great father. And that's why, that really makes my day. Like, when I hear my uncle or my cousins or my mom tell me, like, I'm a great father, bro, I be ready to just run through a wall, like, real shit. And I'm gonna always run through a wall for my son. And my son gonna be there. I'm gonna be there every step of the way for my son. Every step of the way. And my son gonna be there every step of the way with me. Like, when I go on tour for Off the Wall, he gonna be there every step of the way. I'm not, I remember I asked Grayson the other day, it was like a month or so ago, because his auntie was like, oh, what if Junior get a girlfriend? What if he leave Grayson? And Michaela was like, Junior wouldn't ever do that. And I said, oh, hell no. I put that shit on Southwest. I said, on Southwest, I wouldn't ever leave my son. Ever. I don't give a fuck. I'm not ever leaving my son, especially over no woman. Because if it's meant, ain't no woman gonna tell you, put me over your son. You crazy as fuck. I'm telling you, any young lady you think you finna just come into my life and put yourself over my son, you fucking crazy. You fucking crazy. But just hearing my cousins tell me like, Junior, you a great father, it makes me feel good. Because it be days to where I don't get the call. Well, I ain't saying I don't get the call, because I do. But I don't call Grayson 5 times or more like that, you know? And I do. But it's like, man, I could do so much better. Because I be in my head. Because it's like, bro, I can't do what my dad is doing. Or I can't do what my dad did. So I try to just like overdo it. And I ain't gonna lie, I don't like being called a good father. I want to be called like, bro, that's an outstanding father. And I know y'all probably like, what's the difference? I feel like it's a big difference. Like outstanding, it can't get any better than that. Right? Everybody say they want to be a good father. Everybody say they want to be a great father. But you haven't heard nobody say, I want to be an outstanding father. That's what I'm going to be. I am going to be an outstanding father. I am going to be. When Grayson needs someone to talk to, he needs to talk to God first. I need to be that second person. I will be that second person. It's like, Dad, I need it. Bro, when I tell y'all my uncles is there for me, I called my uncles when I was going through a situation a month or so ago. Picked up. Matter of fact, I did it earlier this week. It was 10 o'clock at night. My uncle picked up and I was like, oh snap, Uncle, you asleep? He said, oh, you good, Junior? What's up, man? I heard my uncle sit up. Like I heard him sit up and just talk. We was on the phone for 20 minutes. I said, Uncle, I love you so much. Like real talk, I love you so much, Uncle, because he know I don't get that from my dad. And I did that with my other uncle. He was like, are you good, Junior? What you want to talk about? And that just makes me happy. Like I want to be there. I'm going like how my uncles and my cousin is there for me. Like, man, I promise y'all, those are the most 3 solid dudes I know in my life. And if it wasn't for my mom, I would have not talked to them. It was like 2 years ago. My mom was like, Junior, you got all the access in the world. You got these great men in your life and you don't hit them up. I was like, who? She was like, your uncles and your cousin. I was like, So when I went home, I had it, man, every time I talk to my uncles and my cousin, I'd be so relieved. Like it's just so much pressure off my shoulders gone. And last year I started talking to my uncles and my cousin more. And I was thanking my mom for it, and I was thanking my uncles and my cousin. I was like, Junior, you good. And the way that they say they love me is crazy, because I can feel it. Like the hugs are different. You know, the energy is like, Junior, I love you. Like my son look up to you. And my uncle, he taking care of his kids. He's like, Junior, they look up to you. Like, make sure you're doing everything you need to do right. And it just feels good. It's like, Junior, they look up to you. Junior, the kids are wanting to see you. They, you know, it's like celebrity status. Is, you know, I know I can't mess up. I can do a mistake. I'm cool with a mistake. Shit, we all fall short. But I ain't gonna mess up anything. Like I said, I rebuke and bind that. And I know I've been getting a lot of tests lately, but it's okay, you know. I'm gonna always conquer. Yeah, like for the longest I had this thought like, bro, I want a good dad, you know. And one thing I dislike, people referring me to a baby daddy, because I feel like a baby daddy is a man that's not in that child's life. But I feel like a father, no matter who his mom dating, he's still gonna be in that child's life. That's why I told one of the young ladies, like, don't call me no baby daddy, because I'm not a baby daddy. I am more than a baby daddy. You know, I'm more than just a man with money. I'm a father. I'm an outstanding father. That's why I said I want to be an outstanding father. And hearing my uncle tell me every conversation we have, like, Junior, you're a great father. He was like, I remember I had Grayson on my knee, and I was, you know, my uncle was talking to me, and I was shaking my leg, I was shaking my knee, you know, just keeping Grayson just chill, you know. Grayson 4, so he's all into Call of Duty now, and I'm gonna love it because we finna be lit, and he love Roblox. Oh yeah, we gonna be lit, you know. And I was just shaking him on my legs, on my knee, and my uncle was like, Junior, that boy look just like you. He look just like you. And for a while, y'all, I thought Grayson won mine at one point because of what I went through with my ex, on how she lied and said I got her pregnant, and I didn't get her pregnant. And so I didn't believe women for a while. And when my Kayla told me that we had a child, I didn't believe her, you know. And I was like, Uncle, you see it? He was like, yeah, Junior, I see it. Boy, that boy look just like you. My mama tell me all the time. People tell me all the time, bro, Grayson looks just like you. And it's like, bro, I don't see it. I don't see it. And then my auntie showed me a video when I was younger. And I said, oh, dang. Grayson do look like me. And I seen our legs, bro. Me and Grayson have the same freaking legs and toes. It's crazy. I was in denial for a while, y'all. Like, you know, I was in denial because I didn't see it. But after a while, God showed me. You know, it's like, nah, this your boy. This your boy. And it feels good just hearing my uncles tell me like I'm a great father. My cousin telling me I'm a great father. It just made me feel good. Like, y'all, but I don't want to be complacent. I don't want to be content. You know, I feel good when I hear that, you know, because when you don't have your dad there, you know, your world is different. You know, you can lie and say it ain't, but your world it's a lot different when you don't have your dad or your mom in your life. But knowing that I'm in my son's life, I don't gotta worry about it. But I know that I'm not going to be complacent. Whenever my son want to talk, I'm gonna pick up just like my uncles do for me, my cousin do for me. Y'all, when I tell you I call him like it's 11 o'clock in the morning, 12, 1, 2, and my uncle tell me this. They tell me this all the time. They say, Junior, if you ever need to talk to me, if it's 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, they gonna pick up. I promise y'all. I love my uncle so much. I can't wait till I see him. I see him in a couple of weeks. Bro, I'm gonna give my uncles and my cousins a big hug, bro. Y'all, when I tell y'all, they pick up at 12 o'clock in the morning, whatever time it is, and I can hear it in their voice like, Junior, we gonna pick up. And that just makes me feel good, y'all. And I ain't gonna lie, as I'm talking about this, y'all, I'm feeling so much better, like just about like some of my traumas. Cause I've been holding this in. Like, I'm so serious. It's like my therapy. I feel so much better. I don't know if y'all could tell, but I was kind of tense, but I wasn't, you know, I can't explain it. But I feel so much better just letting this out, you know. I feel good. I feel good. As I continue to talk about it, I feel good. I feel good, you know, just not hiding behind my emotions or my thoughts, just letting everything out. Like, I haven't said everything, but this is the root, just not having my dad, just being overlooked, and knowing that a lot of my support that I thought it was gonna come from is coming from strangers. And that was one of the biggest things. It's like, damn, man, I thought this person gonna show love, that person gonna show love. And Nino Brown popped up on my YouTube. Like I said, God talks to me in so many ways, but I just asked God to keep my eyes open, give me the eyes to see and the ears to listen. He was just like, man, your family not gonna get you rich, strangers will. And I was like, what do you mean? So he was like, man, some people in your family don't have the vision that you have for yourself, but somebody that don't know you, they never came across your channel or you before, they see something that you don't see in yourself, and so they just give you a pitch, then boom, that opportunity just blossomed, but yeah, y'all, this is, I kept it real raw. And I pray that y'all get the help y'all need, and men get therapy, women get therapy. Y'all stay tuned for these next episodes. It's going to get very interesting. I'm not going to say much, but it's going to get very interesting. And I pray that y'all are safe, y'all doing y'all thing, and y'all having a great time, and you enjoying yourself. Remember, the best of our life will be the rest of our life. And y'all stay safe. And I appreciate all 18 countries. I appreciate every individual that listened to this on audio and pay attention on YouTube. I appreciate y'all, and I love y'all. Y'all be great. This is the Off the Wall podcast, where off the wall topics and questions are being asked and answered. And check your motherfucking feelings at the door. And I love y'all. Peace.